Hi, beautiful souls. So, welcome to my channel. Hi, I'm Aashi, and I am starting my vlogging through my laptop because I don't have a phone, and I'm not sure if you all are able to hear me because there are trains passing by, and I don't have an option because I need to share my experience with Apple, and it was horrible. It was disappointing. So, okay, story time. And I have written everything down because I can't remember. There are like pages, notes. So, let's start. So, on 3rd of November, I was scrolling through my Instagram and suddenly my phone started showing these lines and glitches, and out of nowhere, and for a second I thought it's Instagram. But then suddenly my phone's turned into green, yellow, and then green. So obviously, and I have iPhone 13 Pro Max. For those who don't know, I mean, obviously you all don't know. So, and it has only been 2.5 years since I purchased this phone. So obviously I panicked and my phone was not working. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't scroll. I couldn't see. But I could receive a lot of calls and notifications and messages and everything. But I couldn't operate my phone. So obviously out of panic, I went to the nearest authorized Apple service center, which is iPlanet. They asked me to fill up a form and sign on it and everything. They asked my Apple ID and they charged me 2,500. Then I asked them, for what are you charging? So they said ki it's for diagnosis. And then they asked ki we'll see if the phone, what problem the phone has, and we'll let you know tomorrow. Next day, I get a call from them. My dad picked up, and then the service center people, they say that you need a screen replacement and it would cost 13,000, which my dad misheard at first. So we thought 13,000 at that time. It was too much. I'm like, 13,000 for what? I didn't do anything. Then he asked us to call Apple service center. They gave the number and they said you can talk to them. They didn't inform us on what topic to talk about. Why did they give that number? First time I contacted the service center, I had no idea what to do. So obviously I gave them my serial number and everything, and they asked me, why are you calling us? I'm like, I have no idea why I'm calling you. I was not informed what to talk about. Then we called the iPlanet again, and they said you come here. We thought it's 13,000, but then he said 38,000 for a screen replacement. And then he asked us to come by the store. Obviously 38,000 sunke I was more in panic mode and freaked out. So we rushed and they said ki you have a hardware problem and everything, and you can ask the Apple service center to give approval for free of cost screen replacement. So at that time they explained me everything. There are two options: either you go for a paid service, that is 38,000, or you can ask the Apple service center to give approval for free of cost service. The iPlanet, they tried from their end, and at that time I was informed that I don't have any physical damage or liquid damage in my phone. I think I at that time I talked to two-person. The first person, I she was talking too much. मेरे को समझ नहीं आया भाई क्या बात करे, बड़बड़ बड़बड़ किए जा रही. I couldn't understand anything because I was so in the zone ki what I'm doing, so I couldn't clearly talk to her. So since she was talking too much, I disconnected the call. Then I called her again, called the number again, and second time some other person. So every time you call at the service center, most probably the same person doesn't pick up. It's always a new person. So the now I am clear what to talk, what not to talk. तो बात की, सब बताया ऐसा सब प्रॉब्लम है. I have iPhone 13 Pro Max. I purchased it 2.5 years ago, and there's a green screen. It happened out of nowhere. You provide me with the service. You please give them an approval. I need my phone, वगैरह वगैरह. She straight up said, we can't give you since the phone is out of warranty. We cannot give you. She herself tells me after a certain point of the conversation that we know many iPhone 13 series users are facing this issue of green screen, are facing many problems. ये बोलने के बाद she goes ahead and still denies to for a free of cost service. So next day, give it another try. This time I got connected to a senior advisor. This is all new to me. मेरे को नहीं पता मैं किससे बात कर रही हूँ, क्या बात कर रही हूँ, कौन सीनियर एडवाइज़र है, nothing. I am very new to this. So this person, he seems to be very helpful, kind. He said, I'm very sorry you're going through this. You don't have a phone. We understand. What are your expectations? I said, I have seen you providing free of cost service to a lot of iPhone 13 users who have faced green screen issue. So I expect the same. Now this person says ki I will try my best to do everything, and I am going to take over this case, and I will handle any final decision. You will hear it from me, and I will try my best to provide you with an exception that you are expecting. I'm like, okay. तो होप आ गया भाई, मतलब फाइनली हो जाएगा करके. He said he will revert me back after a day. So I'm like, वापस wait करो. And during all this time, I didn't have my phone with me. It's at the center. He said he would call me between this time. I did not receive a call. I waited, and here's the thing, they will send you a link. You can personally connect to that particular advisor. I sent a message, told them to call me back. No reply, no call back. So I'm sorry, I have written everything, that's why I'm seeing here. So, oh, I didn't get any reply, no call back, no text, everything. Now, this all happened in the evening around 4 to 5. Now, around 8:30, I get a message from iPlanet that my device is ready. We are excited to reunite you with your device. Of course, I am happy. I'm like, oh my god, he did it. He said he would do everything and he helped me. So I thought that, okay, it's done. My phone is ready. So since it was 8:30 in the night, so I thought I'll go in the morning and pick up. So in the next page, so next day I went to the store to collect my phone. Abhi, obviously I'm excited because जो मैसेज मिला है ना, I was like, oh my god, I'm done. भाई मेरा फ़ोन ठीक हो गया, फ्री में ठीक हो गया. 38,000 बोला था, हो गया. तो गई स्टोर एंड दे सेड कि आपका डिवाइस अभी तक आया नहीं है, 2-3 दिन लगेगा खार से आने के लिए. तो हम लाइक, ओह शिट. देन ही सेड यू कैन गो एंड पिक अप खार से इफ़ यू वांट, बट आप एक बार कॉल कर लीजिए आपके टेक्नीशियन जिसने आपसे फॉर्म लिखवाया था, आप उनसे एक बार कॉल करके पूछ लो एंड देन आप जाइए. तो ही गिव मी दैट गाइज नंबर. वी कॉल्ड हिम, उससे बात किया, बोला कि मेरे को ऐसा सब मैसेज आ गया, तो शुड आई गो एंड पिक अप फ्रॉम खार. तो ही सेड नो, यू कैन, बट ही सेड कि लेट मी टॉक टू देम फर्स्ट, फिर मैं आपको कॉल बैक करता हूँ. नाउ वी आर वेटिंग इन Irla for his call back. He doesn't call. Obviously we could call him back, but my dad had to go somewhere, so we didn't have time to go खार. And anyways they said कि 2 to 3 days में आपका फ़ोन मिल जाएगा. तो I'm like, okay. And they said they will call me when they receive my phone. Now for those 2 days, no, actually 3, because I went in the morning. So 3 days I thought my phone is ready, everything is done. Okay, wait, before I go, I had to make a call because वो लोग बोले कॉल बैक करेंगे, बट कॉल नहीं आया. तो आई मेड अ कॉल. आई आस्क्ड देम कि आपने बोला मेरा फ़ोन आ जाएगा करके, आप मेरा फ़ोन आया कि नहीं. दे सेड हाँ मैडम आ गया, आप आके कलेक्ट कर लो. आई विल गो टू द स्टोर फ़ोन लेने के लिए. नाउ दे गिव मी माई फ़ोन एज इट वॉज. There is no changes, no repairs, no replacements, nothing. They could have informed me कि मेरा फ़ोन रिपेयर नहीं हुआ है, but instead of that they give me hopes, expectations. अब कुछ कर नहीं सकते तो फ़ोन दे दिया वापस. I mean, you can pay 38,000 and get it replaced, but obviously I'm not gonna pay 38,000. मैं क्यों pay करूँ? Now I go home. Of course, I'm way too pissed. I call the service center and I told them that ऐसा सब हुआ है. मैं इतना time wait किया. It's been a week now. You all are playing with my emotions. You don't text me back. I don't receive any call, and suddenly I get a message. Everything I told them, whatever that has happened. So this person connects me to a senior advisor again. Now this time it's another senior advisor. So this guy again seems to be very helpful, kind, understanding, respectful. He said कि now again the same line, I'll be taking over your case and I'll provide you the link and you can call me and text me by using this link. तो मैंने of course टॉन्ट तो मैं मारूंगी. मैंने बोल दिया कि आपके जो पहले एडवाइज़र है ना उन्होंने भी सेम कॉपी पेस्ट यही बोला, ठीक है. And then I asked him, will you be calling me back? Will you be reverting me back? He said yes, yes. He asked me to share my purchase date with him. So I gave him my bill and he said कि first we will update your purchase date and then we will move forward with the free of cost replacement. And he said कि I will not make you wait. I will revert you tomorrow itself. Of course call आया and he tells me that my purchase date cannot be updated. And since my phone is a demo phone, the company Vijay Sales, I bought it from Vijay Sales. They didn't inform me that they purchased the phone in the year 2021. I'm like, नहीं भाई मैंने 2023 में खरीदा है, तुमको बिल दे दिया, तुम अपडेट करवाओ. He's like, no, we cannot do anything. I'm sorry. And as it is a demo phone, we don't take any responsibility. First of all, Apple is very much aware that there are demo phones being sold online and offline. Both the companies are being profited by it, be it Vijay Sales or be it Apple. So when it comes to taking responsibility and accountability for this green screen issue, you don't want to take it. You don't want to deal with it. Why? Because it's a demo phone. The green screen issue, a lot of people are facing it. So I don't think that my demo phone has anything to do with the issue that I am facing it. In fact, he even said that if I had to make the decision, I would have definitely provided you the exception. But I don't. The internal team is the one who makes these decisions. So मैंने उसको बोला, can you connect me to the internal team? I would like to talk to them. Now, obviously, he said no. And I was like, okay, fine. You're not providing me with any solution or an exception. I don't know what to do. I cannot pay 38,000. उसके बाद he said, if you want, I can give it for a second review. I'm like, yes, please do it. एक minute, I need to read this because there are a lot of things. Okay, just give me a minute. He said he would call me after 2 days because it was his leave, whatever, holiday. So after 2 days he called, but of course, bhai, my parents, मैं जब उनको बोलती हूँ यू विल रिसीव अ कॉल फ्रॉम एप्पल, तब भी उनको यूट्यूब शॉर्ट्स देखना है, अपने रिलेटिव से बात करना है. ऑफ कोर्स आई मिस द कॉल एंड मिसिंग अ कॉल फ्रॉम एप्पल, ओ माय गॉड, इट्स so frustrating. I sent them a message saying please call me back. Obviously didn't receive the call on that particular day. So next day I got a call from them, but again I missed it. At that time I didn't know it was them. The Airtel spam दिख रहा था, so of course we ignored. Then I got a mail saying that they tried to call and everything. So again I sent them a message. They did not reply. So again I sent a message and I said that I am waiting for your call. तब जाके he called me back and he said that I gave your case for a second review and there are no changes. The decision remains the same. I'm very sorry. Obviously, I will get pissed now. So I said that you're not even updating my purchase date. You're not giving me any other option, any other exception. You're straight away asking me to pay 38,000 for a screen replacement, whereas you are not even sure if it's a hardware problem. So he goes ahead, he says it is a hardware problem. I'm like, how do you know that it's a hardware problem? बहुत convince करने का try किया, but they are very, if you ask me, they are very adamant. उनका decision बन गया तो बन गया. They will not change it. If you ask me, they don't have any humanity. But he was very firm about it. So my sister, she said that let me try to talk to him. Here's the thing, my sister is someone, in जनरल शी विल, वो ना एक इंसान को लेफ्ट राइट सेंटर कर देगी, ठीक है. एंड फॉर हर टू बी वेरी पेशेंट विद अ पर्सन इज़ वेरी रेयर. वो हमसे भी इतना पेशेंटली बात नहीं करती है भाई, इसलिए मैं उसको देती नहीं हूँ कॉल. बट हर फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम शी वॉज वेरी पोलाइट. शी जस्ट सेड कि सी वी हैव बॉट दिस फोन 2.5 years ago, वी हैड नो डैमेज नथिंग. ये बंदा जिसको मैं सोची ही इज़ काइंड, ही इज़ फ्रेंडली, very respectful, he goes ahead and says because of this behavior I am disconnecting this call, and if you want to be persistent you can be, but because of this behavior I am disconnecting the call. And he goes ahead and disconnects the call. At that time I was recording all of it on my laptop, but my laptop, मेरी मेरी किस्मत भाई, my laptop shut down, it was not charging और शट डाउन हो गया. तो आई लॉस्ट ऑल द क्लिप्स. आई हैड दैट पर्टिकुलर क्लिप recorded with his audio. I had it recorded. I had a proof of him saying these words. In fact, my whole family was here. My parents heard it, my sister heard it, I was there. You're not providing any service, any exception, any solution, and on top of it you are being rude and you're disconnecting our call. They don't have any right to disrespect us. Obviously now at this point, way too pissed, I called again to the service center again. No, some other person picks up. I told her everything that has happened from the start. She seemed to be very like, oh my god, what, seriously you went through this, I'm so sorry. Of course I straight away told her, see, I don't need your comforting. I have talked to a lot of people at this point. You give me a solution to this. You provide me an exception. She's like, no, I'm so sorry, we cannot. The final decision has been made. It feels like I am, पता ना, हम, मैं मेरी फ्रेंड से मैं शेयर कर रही हूँ सब कुछ फ़ोन करके, वैसा फील हो रहा है इससे. At that point she should have helped me because the way we were treated. वो पॉइंट तक क्या हो चुका था ना, आई प्लानट वाले, दे सम ऑफ देम वर सेइंग आपका सॉफ्टवेयर प्रॉब्लम है, ये लोग बोल रहे हैं हार्डवेयर प्रॉब्लम है. आई वॉज सो कन्फ्यूज कि मेरे को पता ही नहीं मेरे फ़ोन में क्या प्रॉब्लम है. बोथ द रिपोर्ट, सर्विस रिपोर्ट एंड डिलीवरी रिपोर्ट, उसमें देर इज़ नथिंग मेंशन्ड ऑफ माई प्रॉब्लम. हाउ कैन वी कस्टमर्स ट्रस्ट यू based on your words? You're just saying that I have a hardware problem, but you do not want to mention it on the report. And I told them that there is nothing mentioned in the report. How can you be so sure about it? Both the first person and this person goes ahead and say कि if nothing is mentioned then it is a hardware problem. तुम मुझसे 40,000 मांग रहे हो. On what basis should I believe your words? You're not mentioning anything, you're not telling me anything, you're not showing me anything. The diagnosis was not done in front of me. I don't know what sort of a report they are making where the problem is only not mentioned. बाकी सब का उनका टर्म्स एंड कंडीशन सब कुछ मेंशनड है वो रिपोर्ट में, बट प्रॉब्लम मेंशनड नहीं है. दे विल नॉट राइट इट हार्डवेयर प्रॉब्लम और स्क्रीन रिप्लेसमेंट रिक्वायर्ड, नथिंग. नेक्स्ट पेज. हाँ, इतना बात करने के बाद बोलती है आई विल हैव टू डिस्कनेक्ट द कॉल विद यू. मैंने उसको बोला बहन तू भी वही कर रही है जो बंदे ने किया, यू डूइंग द सेम थिंग. फ़ोन रख दिया. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर योर सर्विस. I had to thank them for their service. For 2 weeks I did not contact them. So 1 week तो exam में चला गया, and I think after that my dad went out of station and I didn't want to deal with these guys without my dad. And now it's next month, December में आ चुके हम. On 3rd December I called them again, but उस टाइम पे ना फ़ोन लगा नहीं था. I tried to call them a lot of times, but I think we had network problem. मैंने उस दिन छोड़ दिया, तो I called them the next day. Again, same thing. बाप रे, the amount of times I have repeated myself, I have felt drained. Mentally, physically, I have felt so drained the entire month. Called them, then he connects. उसको भी explain करना पड़ता है सब कुछ. फिर उसके बाद then he connects to the senior advisor, then I have to explain her things. She says the final decision has been made, there will be no changes. What I did, These 15 days when I had my exams and my dad was not here, I did a little research. Is there any such thing as a final decision? How many people were facing it? So this time I told her, see, there is no such thing as a final decision, and as a customer, I have the right to escalate the case. पहले 3-4 बार they will not agree to you. फिर उसके बाद she agreed that okay, I'll escalate your case in the internal team. And she said, I will let you know tomorrow. Here's the thing, Apple has repaired or replaced phones even though they were out of warranty. Obviously, it's frustrating for me because I have been trying so hard and I have been fighting for so long, but उतना ना एक out of humanity भी नहीं करते. And on top of it, this girl goes ahead and sends me a mail saying keep your device ready to be serviced. So according to them, this might be a general email that they send to the customer, which I feel it's not necessary, especially when a customer is going through this, because this only leads to more hopes and expectations. So next day I get a call. She said, I'm so sorry, the decision remains the same, Aashi. At that point I was like, I'll give one last try. This person, she seemed to be very kind and friendly and genuinely helpful. But इतना सब होने के बाद ना, you can't trust them. She said she's someone who works on the case. When she gets back home, she genuinely takes an effort. I am helping you. That would cause me a penalty. So, इतना बोलने के बाद मेरे को लगा okay, she is being honest because हो सकता है, I don't know. So she said that my case was closed, so she reopened it. I believed her again. वापस hopes आए मेरे को. Now, for the first time, new information. The internal team is not here. They are based in the US or outside. दोनों में से कुछ एक. So they will give me a decision by Sunday evening at 6 p.m. And she said her day offs are Saturday and Sunday, so she'll get back to me on Monday. वापस 2 दिन मेरे को रुकना पड़ा. I missed the call and I had to message her. I did, but she called me back, and I think a part of me knew what the decision is going to be. So she said the decision has been made. Again, same repetitions. On that conversation के बीच में there came a point where I said that I have a demo phone. She said, oh, it's a demo phone. And I was like, she didn't know that? Didn't she tell me that she goes home and works on the case and everything, and she didn't know that my phone was a demo phone? She said that I will highlight all the recordings. It goes ahead, you should never buy a demo phone. You should have called us customer service. At that point, I said that if demo phones are not meant to be sold, why are they being sold by authorized retailers? And you as a company should put an end to it. She goes ahead and says there are certain demo phones that are not meant to be sold. How am I supposed to know which demo phone is supposed to be sold and which is not? Then she says that we don't have any right on their policy. मतलब तुमको अपना प्रोडक्ट उनके पास बेचना है, वो हमको बेच रहे, बट तुम दोनों को प्रॉफिट हो रहा है, बट सफर करूं मैं. Of course, I am done. मेरे में एनर्जी नहीं है बात करने की. Last 2 options were to go and talk to Vijay Sales since I bought the phone from them, and go to BKC. अब भाई my God, मेरे को लगा कि ये जो मेरा ख़त्म हो गया है. But Vijay Sales, where to even start? Starting में he had no interest in taking an effort or listening to my problem. It's like I could just see it on his face. He was like, हाँ but मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ, हम क्या कर सकते हैं, as a company we can't do anything. Anyways आपका डिवाइस आउट ऑफ वारंटी में है, तो आपका होगा भी नहीं, 1 साल हो गया है. How can you purchase a product and not inform that it's a demo phone but it has been purchased in the year 2021? There is an option to update the purchase date. ऑप्शन है तो पॉसिबिलिटी तो है. तो देखिए ऐसा हो ही नहीं सकता. आप मेरे को बताओ कि परचेज डेट अब कभी अपडेट हो सकता है? द वे ही वॉज टॉकिंग, माई गॉड, इट वॉज सो ट्रिगरिंग. इफ यू गो टू देम एज अ बायर, दे विल बी वेरी काइंड, very sweet. But the moment you go to complain, they'll be exact opposite of that. Since I didn't know what exact problem was, and I got to know ki Apple BKC they do diagnosis in front of you at free of cost. जो 2500 मैंने आई प्लानट को पे किया है, that was a waste of money. I didn't have an appointment, I couldn't book an appointment at that point, but still we went. फिर वहाँ जाके पता चला 2-3 घंटे लगेंगे. So I booked an appointment for the next day. They diagnosed it. She connected my phone to a laptop like Mac, and she said that this should have restarted your phone and should have turned normal. She said 27,000 plus 18% GST. I think it would be 33,000 or maybe 34,000. And iPlanet told me 38,000. Apple BKC people, I don't think so. They will entertain you that much. Neither will they give you fake hopes and expectations. There are certain things that I want to talk about. You know how Apple said that they don't have any right over the policy of authorized resellers. अब मेरा डेमो फ़ोन है. These people have given me a 1 year extended warranty. ये लोग ने बोला वी डोंट सेल डेमो फोन, तो तुम वारंटी कैसे दे रहे हो? बिल के पीछे ये क्यों लिखा हुआ है कि एनी वारंटी एंड गारंटी इज गिवन बाय द मैन्युफैक्चरर कंपनी? One more is, if so many people are facing this, how can it be a user's fault? It could 100% be a manufacturer defect. When I was at BKC, I asked the person, how is it a hardware problem? What exact problem? She goes, we don't know, we can't say that. I asked her, is it user's fault or is it manufacturer defect? She said, we can't say that. And honestly, if you can give your brand new iPhones as freebies to all these people, I think you can for sure provide free of cost services to your customers. अगर इतना कस्टमर तुमको बोल रहा है ना कोई चीज़ के बारे में, I think you can do it out of humanity, out of respect. And they say कि there are particular criteria that we have to go through. What criteria? How am I supposed to know which criteria you are going through? The warranty that they give. Who faces a hardware problem within 1 year? You say 1 year plus 12 to 18 months, you can make an exception. My problem happened after 2 years, 7 months. So, technically speaking, you could make an exception for me. You could provide a free of cost service. You could update my date of purchase, but you chose not to do it. You have no idea how much I was affected by this whole thing. Every time I talk to them, every time I visit iPlanet or the store, the moment I come back home, I get a migraine. The things that I had to go through this whole month has just changed the perspective about them. After everything, I decided to get it repaired from them. He said hardware problem है but display chip में, so it was one of the chip. पूरा replacement करने की ज़रूरत नहीं थी. And he said कि वो chip में there is a software that needs to be reloaded. He did everything on my screen. They do it right in front of you. Everything is opened and replaced, and anything कोई भी software, it is all done in front of you. So it's not like how Apple company takes your phone and हमको कुछ पता नहीं क्या रिप्लेस हो रहा है. I mean, we can trust them कि एप्पल है भाई, कुछ इतना तो कुछ नहीं करेगी, but we don't know what is going on after you have submitted your phone to them. Whereas here they do everything in front of you. Again here you don't know वो कौन सा मटीरियल यूज़ कर रहे हैं. So trust issue तो दोनों साइड ही है. In my situation we particularly looked at cost. And I didn't have any damage done to my phone. This is how my phone looks like. पहले green था, अभी oh yeah, you can see now, see? So it's all back to normal and I'm happy with it. Apple BKC people themselves said that I don't have any internal problem. My phone is working just fine. It was just the display. And yeah, a little story that I wanted to share was why I bought a demo phone. I had OnePlus at that time. मम्मी बात कर रही थी, मम्मी ने फ़ोन गिरा दिया and I had major problem in that. So for 2.5 months I did not have phone. I'm a content creator, and at that time I didn't have my phone, so I was trying to make my CV and searching for jobs, which is not something that I like or I dreamt of. I was also trying to get an iPhone, but not from here, but from Dubai or यूएस में कोई आ रहा है तो मेरे लिए लेके आए बिकॉज कंपेरेटिवली वहाँ पे कम मिलता है आई नो दे से हाँ हाँ बट लेके नहीं आ रहे थे one of my friends family was coming from there, they could buy and they were getting iPhone 13 Pro Max around 1 lakh. Same person's dad, he checked online that there's a demo phone available at 92,000 rupees and it is open unit, so she can go and check. So that is how I got to know that there is a demo phone, there's display unit, all of that. I am trying to get a corporate job, but suddenly I get this offer which was close to my budget. So why not buy it? I saved 30,000. My mom put her first salary 60,000. My dad put some amount of money only for me to be able to build my career. Anyone who's buying an iPhone, they have invested their hard earned money on this. At the end of the day, it's not about demo phone. It's about all iPhones getting the same problem. It's about your software or your hardware causing these issues. एंड एक पॉइंट आ जाता है तुम्हारे कॉन्वर्जेशन पे इन लोग के साथ जहाँ परचेज डेट से लेकर आउट ऑफ वारंटी से लेकर डेमो फ़ोन तक पहुँच गई. मेरी फ्रेंड मेरे को पूछ रही कि बहन तूने ग्रीन स्क्रीन के बारे में, बट दिस नन ऑफ दिस इज़ रिलेटेड टू ग्रीन स्क्रीन. मेरा मेन इशू तो रह गया, बाकी का सारा चल रहा है यहाँ पे. विच आई फेल लाइक तुमको सिर्फ ये घुमा रहे ताकि तुम इतना थक जाओ, टायर्ड हो जाओ कि तुम गिव अप कर दो. आई थिंक इट्स हाई टाइम फॉर यू टू प्रोवाइड बेटर सर्विसेज. आई एम नॉट trying to create any hate towards any company, be it Apple or Vijay Sales. I am here to share my experience, which I did not expect at all. I know there is a good side of it, but I think I have seen this side of it, which makes me question a lot of things about them. I've always wanted to start my YouTube journey, but I never thought that I would be posting this as my first YouTube video. I strongly felt the need to share this. And I know I said that my last option would be BKC, but I think this is my last option to reach the brand and let them know what I faced. Hopefully, a lot of people understand and see my point of view. Anyways, I hope you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. Please let me know in the comments if you have had the same experience or went through a similar or same issue with your iPhone or Apple Service Center. Maybe I might not feel alone in this. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope people watch it. I don't know. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. I will see you next time. Bye.